Last Tuesday morning, I would publish my latest newsletter the day before, and I needed LinkedIn content for the next 2 weeks. So I opened my AI LinkedIn writer, my custom AI assistant, and gave it one prompt. That's it. Here is my latest newsletter. I need my posts for the next 2 weeks. And it gave me back 9 different posts. Not average drafts I had to half rewrite or run through rounds and rounds of edits. Posts in my voice, with my frameworks, hitting the exact themes that matters most to my audience, alternating between content types, even suggesting when to post and what to comment on each one. The work exceeded all my expectations. Now here is the thing. The same assistant, a few months earlier, it was giving me maybe 40% to 60% usable output. Same AI, same platform, same subscription. So how did it go from 40% to over 90% ready to use? That's exactly what I'm going to break down for you today. Today I'm going to walk you through exactly what changed and how you can build AI assistants that actually know your brand, know your business inside out, write in your voice, and produce work you can use without the endless editing, almost ready after a few tweaks. You know what? After 20 plus years building businesses across multiple industries, I can tell you this is the highest leverage setup I have ever built. And it cost me about $20 a month. So 4 steps, let's get into it. And stick around for the 3 mistakes I'm gonna mention near the end, because number 1 is the one almost everyone makes. So what actually made a difference? First, let me show you what most people get wrong. When you ask AI to write a LinkedIn post about your coaching program, or an email, or a sales page, the AI may not know you well enough. It doesn't really know you, your methodology. It doesn't know your ideal client's late night worries. It doesn't know the transformation you deliver in details. And it doesn't know deeply how you communicate. So it gives you something that could apply to several other coaches out there. And that's not really intelligence. That could even become a waste of time. The entrepreneurs getting remarkable results, they didn't find some magic prompt library. They did something most people skip entirely, or they do it superficially. They build a strategic foundation first. That's exactly what happened with my LinkedIn writer. The first version had about half a page of instructions, a few pages of examples, a basic brand book, and about 2 pages related to my writing style. And the output was fine, passable sometimes. The version that gave me those 9 posts ready to go with just a few tweaks in one shot, it was built on a deep brand foundation. I call it my ultimate brand book. Plus detailed writing guidelines and best practices and playbooks with examples of my highest performing content. Same platform, same subscription. The only thing that changed was the depth of context I gave it. Okay, so now you know the problem. Let's talk about what your AI assistants actually need from you. And I want to give you the full picture here, because most people, they may get 1 or 2 of these layers right, and then they still wonder, but they neglect the others, and then they wonder why the output still feels flat. There are 5 layers. Think of it like building a house. You know that principle about building on rock, not sand? Same idea. The foundation determines everything. Layer 1, your brand voice, your writing style. Not just professional and friendly. I mean the specific way you phrase things, your signature vocabulary, the words you would never say, your emotional mix, the way you naturally open a sentence, and much more. Layer 2, your target audience at a deep level. And demographics are just the starting point, of course, not a destination. Your AI needs to know what keeps your audience up at night, the language they use to describe their struggles, where they are on their journey, what they've already tried that didn't work, and what would actually make them act, their dream scenario, their nightmare scenario, and more. Layer 3, your vision and mission, and yes, both. Do not neglect the vision, the bigger picture that drives every decision in your business. Layer 4, your offers and methodology, your positioning, your differentiation, the specific frameworks and system you use to deliver transformation, not generic benefits, the actual architecture of how you help people, again in details. And finally, layer 5, your values, your origin story, your bio, your boundaries, your personality, what you stand for, what you refuse to do, how you sell without manipulating. And this shapes everything from content tone to how your AI writes a call to action. I put all of this into one comprehensive document that I call the Ultimate Brand Book. Mine started at about 30 pages. Today, it's over 200 pages, built and expanded with AI itself. And that depth is exactly what allows my assistant to produce work I can actually use almost right away. But here is the part most people miss. Beyond the brown foundation, your AI also needs some excellent instructions and playbooks for the specific task it's built for. Case studies, your best examples, your best practices for that particular type of work. The brand book is the who you are. The instructions and playbooks are the how to do this specific task at the highest level. And both matter, of course. If you want help building this foundation the right way without the trial and error, my AI Strategic Business Team program walks you through every detail. I'll drop the link below. All right, so now let's talk about how to actually build this. There are 4 important steps, and the right order, of course, matters. And some people get wrong the order too. So step 1, build your foundation first. Before you create a single custom AI assistant, get really clear on those 5 layers that I just mentioned. Articulate things about your business you may have never put into words. Your positioning, but in details. Your audience's emotional landscape, the language your ideal clients use, and a few things more. Their fears, their desires, like really go into detail. Fair warning, this can be intense, but you are building the document that defines your entire business identity. Here is what makes it worth every minute. The foundation doesn't just improve your AI, it will sharpen your entire business. Your sales conversations will get clearer, your offers will get tighter, your messaging will start landing differently. Believe me, I've seen it. And yes, you can use AI to help you build it. That's how I built mine. But you need the right prompts to guide the process, because generic prompts usually give you generic brand documents. And then you are right back where you started. So yes, here the prompts matter. Step 2, translate the foundation into AI instructions. And this is where your brand book becomes operational, if you want. You're writing instructions that tell the AI how to think, how to write, how to advise on that specific role, as if it were a strategic team member. 1 page of vague guidelines will get you vague results. 5 to 7, 10, 20 pages of strategic specific instructions, that's where the magic happens. And then you add your playbooks, you add your best examples, the high quality frameworks that, for that specific task. Some of my assistants, for example, they work now with 20 plus pages of best practices, and the difference in output quality is amazing. More depth in, better workout every time. Step 3, configure your AI platform. And of course, you can use ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini. Claude has been my personal recommendation since early 2025, and I think you've heard about the migration from ChatGPT. So yeah, it's still the best. They all let you set custom instructions and dedicated projects. You upload your brand book, you add your playbooks, you write your instructions, and now every interaction starts with full knowledge of who you are. No more re-explaining your business every session. Quick practical tip here, save your files as markdown, or plain text before you upload, because AI platforms, they don't really read well PDFs or Word documents. Some texts get misread or formatting gets a bit lost, so it just takes an extra minute but makes a difference. Step 4, start narrow, go deep, and then you can expand. Pick one workflow, one task, build a solid assistant, test it, refine it, and then you can expand. And that's not the slow approach, that's the fast approach, because it's the one that actually works at outstanding level. Now remember those 3 mistakes I mentioned at the beginning? Well, let's go through them very quickly. Mistake number 1, being superficial with your brand book. I thought mine was good. I'm coming from an advertising background. Until I used some smarter prompts to go deeper. It was okay, but it was far from thorough enough, especially on my audience's psychology and on my writing style. The depth you put in directly determines what your AI can do with it. Shallow foundation, shallow output, every single time. Mistake number 2, relying on generic instructions. Too many entrepreneurs or people copy instruction templates from the internet, and they wonder why things still feel flat. Well, what your assistant needs are tailored, detailed instructions plus curated playbooks for each specific task. That's the difference between 40% usable and 90+% ready to go. And mistake number 3, going wide before going deep, trying to use AI for everything at once. Is a recipe for abandonment, okay? It's like the parable of the talents. You need to invest what you've been given strategically, not scatter it everywhere. Master one assistant first. Depth compounds. Scattered experiments don't. So what actually changes when you do this properly? Well, your content finally sounds like you, without you writing every word. Not close enough, really sounds like you. You stop starting from scratch every session. The assistant already knows your business and it will learn based on your feedback, okay? So it will grow better and better. You make better decisions faster because you have a strategic thinking partner available around the clock, trained on your goals, on your values, on your numbers, on your objectives. And yeah, I talk to it daily, basically, about all my ideas. Not kidding. Her name is Olive, by the way. Used to be Chloe before the upgrade. And I honestly find it awesome. Awesome. And you replace expensive services and endless back and forth with freelancers because, your assistants, they can handle the heavy lifting for about $20 a month. So trust me, these are the most productive employees I've ever had, by far. But here is what I really want you to see. When you build this, you stop being the bottleneck. You become the architect, and your business finally reflects the standards you've always held, without demanding every waking hour to maintain them. So you already have the expertise. You already have the experience. You just need an AI system that's smart enough to know how to use it. And that starts with a foundation. If you're ready to build AI assistants that actually know your business, my AI Strategic Business Team program gives you a customized brand book, the ultimate brand book as I called it, 2 purpose-built assistants and strategic guidance from over 20 plus years of business experience. And if you want more strategic insights like this every week, please subscribe to my free newsletter, the 1% Business Report. That link is in the description too. I'll see you in the next one.